Hello, everybody. I am pissed. You want to see what kind of idiotic, retarded soul I am? What a poor soul I am? I forgot to turn on the video. I just spoke for 15 minutes in front of a camera without turning it on. Am I supposed to look into the screen? Because you see my eyes doing this? My eyes are doing yip. Or should I be looking up there? Hey, guys, you see my eyes? I'm not feeling too good. What? This is what happens when you have the withdrawal systems. This is the story that was once told before. We're not looking to blame anybody. It's my brain, okay? I chased it to go quick, and it did. And it lickety split, and I didn't understand it. And I got chased into a hospital because my mind was quick. So the doctors looked at me in the first hospital. No one ever said a word to me in 3 weeks. I said, "Can I have an Ativan, please?" "Oh, why don't you go into your room and try and sleep?" I said, "It's 12 o'clock. I says, "What time do you think I went to bed at?" 11:15. It's an hour and 15 minutes. You want me to go back and try and sleep? "Oh, are you trying to be fresh?" "Oh, now I'm trying to be fresh." "Oh, now I'm lifting my voice." It wouldn't matter what I do. They always know better. They never give you the benefit of the doubt unless they're saying, "Okay, but you can go outside." But in a conversation, the benefit of the doubt that I've seen in these doctors over 8 weeks is to penetrate your mind, saying if you don't take your medication, you're going to get screwed. But let me tell you one thing. Any chemical you put into a body in a period of every 7 years, you will never make the 7th year because your body cannot restore itself in certain areas where those chemicals are going. And how do I know all this? Because I'm a retard, I'm bipolar, schizophrenic. I don't even think they know I'm schizophrenic because I think schizophrenics see things like outside, right? But when I see things, I see art. I see art. When I look at art, I see more than the art. I see what's in it. The other thing? What other thing? The other thing. The other thing. There's another thing. There's no other thing. Ooh, there's another thing. Oh, we won't talk about that. All right. Not looking down, but looking up on the subject. We may take these pills, but if we don't teach and learn the mind, why the mind is doing that. When I spent 8 weeks under medical care, under 2 different terms, and no one said a who to me. Hey, we're putting up your meds a little bit. How do you feel? Never really, how do you feel? They look, they look, they look. What are you doing? So I'm writing. Big deal. That's what my mind now likes. They want you to stop. Don't go there. I don't want your mind to go there. It's not a good thing. It's 8 years and they're still telling me, don't go there. It's not a good thing. I've never been more confident my whole life. And that's all because of bipolar. Not because of just the bipolar, but the understanding. Where it brought me to understand the way I see a human being. I got an egghead sitting on top of 2 V's here, V in and V in. V and V makes my head a 10. Whoa, but it's up 1 level. So where would it be? It'd be at 8. It'd be in heaven. What about below? Well, I'm not too sure about that because that old dipstick don't fit anymore and ain't got a number now because you're too old. They only gave it a letter, P. Anyways, where was I? So you're on the medication. Now you're off the medication. You're starting to have withdrawals. Your body is chemically imbalanced. If the pills were that good, you wouldn't have all these side effects. And the balance would let you come off it perfectly. Just like marijuana. When I smoke it, I come off it perfectly. But I'm starting to have trouble smoking cigarettes now because every time I smoke a cigarette, I feel like falling down. So maybe I won't smoke a cigarette. It must be something in the nicotine. Maybe I can go after the tobacco companies for something. Maybe I'll smoke a little bit more and then I'll sue them. That'll give me something to do just before I die. Sounds like a bipolar thought to me. Anyways, I think if we were around support, I have no support. Everybody that's around me who thinks they're supporting me, there is no support. Support is somebody in the house saying, okay, I got you in one room. You're going to be okay? Yeah, I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to the doctor. Is something wrong? I need your support. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have that support. And the other thing is when you go off it, you get all these chemical reactions, getting on it, getting off of it, then all the things that can happen to you. I mean, I went through this thing with bipolar before reading all this stuff, and there's so many things that can denote you from the medication than anything else. I'm better off not on the medication, but learning to slow the mind when it speeds. I know, but I can't know. But I do know what I've gone through. I've seen TV inside my head. Eyes closed like this, closed eyes. And the more I close my eyes, the more I see. Right now I see yellow with a black stripe on both sides, almost like cat's eyes. And now it's turning into different colors. Whoop, the vision went away. So when I do this at night, if you press on your eyes, I seem to get that vision. So we need to grab this. It's somewhere in here. There's a split in here. The other part is electronic. And that's the only way anything can go. I don't know if anything can really leave this system. Personally. You know what I'm saying? Mars, whatever you want to say. First of all, like I all said, if you want to put a ring on it, okay, let's call it Saturn. You know why? Because if you were throwing rings, the only two places you really like to throw rings would be Saturn and Mars. Question is, how do you get to Mars? Well, through Jupiter, of course. Isn't that the only way? The electronic way. But what about the passage? The passage of the star. Where is that passage of that star? Did I write that down? Anyways, it's very hard to see. Can you see that? That's our star system, the way I see it. That's our star system. Mars, Saturn, Venus, Neptune, Pluto, Earth, Uranus. And look at that, there's a hole in the center. Now reverse the whole thing, because that hole is what's running the whole thing. That's Jupiter, connecting to 3 planets. 3 and 3 is 6, and 2 is 8. And Jupiter, 323. Mazda 323. Anyways, so we're back to the bipolar, okay? That is a way in. We have to grab these bipolars, connect them ear to ear, one at a time, next to each other, tie a rope around their necks, okay, and around their bodies so they're real close, okay? You got to put a copper energy ball in the center so we can ground the whole thing. Copper, yeah, like a copper mountain. Not silver. Silver's an 85 count. They do speed limit in Montana and down in Texas, but 85 reversed to a 1010 is 52, and that's what the Mayans say, no? Don't you forget. Reverse it back. Is it a 13 world? Is it a 1010 world? Are we working in the world of 7? Connections, my friends. Throw the switch. Electronics, helium, and the elements of this entire planetary system. The question is, are we or are we not on a disc of Nintendo? Betamax, of course, for the beta world. Because the beta world, Betamax, it just keeps going round and round and round, right? And it's rated because this is an angel resident, H, heaven, arch of the world, A for J and K, R and H and A, that's the family. Like F and N and M. It's the E and then the M because the E and the A are the alpha electronic omega. This is the system. This is what I must believe. I see it. AT. I wrote this 5 years ago in the hospital, and now it's on a big picture in front of me. I just noticed it after a while. The AT field basically, just to give you a basis of it, okay, it's behind your toilet. That's where the AT field is, okay? Water comes in from one end, goes out the other end, both matrix style. Both matrix style, right down into the sewer. Rats. Say rats backwards. Star. The rats in the sewer and the stars in the sky, and you don't see any of the truth, thinking God's up there when the whole system passes through really what they call Zion. Okay? Z-Y-A-B. I call it Ziab. Okay? It's Zion, Z-Y-A-N, which is the Z letter in the alphabet. And then it's the N letter, the Y letter, which will reconnect the A letter, and then B for Ziab. But I like to call it Zion because it's the passage. I replaced the B with an N. And lo and behold, of course, the B is number 2, and the N is number 14. 1 and 4 is 5. So that would make 5, 2, 2, 5, any way you want to call it. I'll just tell you one thing. My revelations and what I learned from my bipolar, my friends, there's absolutely no way I am wrong, or I shall drop dead right now. See, I'm not dead. Must be true. Anyways, we're going to leave it at that, I guess, right? But there's one thing funny. I started drawing pictures 7 years ago. Now, this is one of my first pictures. And I drew a man, and I called him the Mayan man, the Mayan man. Why would I call him the Mayan man, leaning back like this? And do you know what his skin color is? Gray, which means he takes no side. Plus also can mean bones. But I don't know. Do you see him right there? The guy with the yellow eye. He's got his arms behind him, and he's got a mouth, a blue mouth. And then there's a little piece of yellow on the top. It's like a cut-off diamond. Okay? I don't know if you can see it. And then once that's cut off, that eye, right, turns the picture the other way. And that man becomes a dog if you turn the other way. I don't know if you can see it, but he becomes a dog. Anyways, this is me. Can you see me? I'm too close. My floor, for everybody who hasn't seen my floor yet, I had to redesign my floor because my carpets were dirty, so I had to just get rid of the carpets, and that's part of my wall. Raphael, 72, 86, in the constellation of Pegasus. They say I'm bipolar. I see things in my head, and that's the way I like it. The truth.